We live in a world where our smartphones keep us connected 24/7, yet, ironically, we've never felt more undervalued and isolated. It's like we're shouting into a vast digital void, craving to be heard and valued by those we hold dear. But what happens when our messages echo back, unanswered? When our existence in others' lives seems more like a convenience than a necessity? In these moments of reflection, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, as taught by Marcus Aurelius, shines a guiding light. He reminds us that our true value comes from within. But how can we weave this timeless philosophy into our everyday life to genuinely increase our value in our relationships and interactions with others? This video will guide you through practical, Stoic-aligned strategies, not tricks or manipulations, to build relationships that resonate with authenticity and depth. Remember, the company you keep is a reflection of your identity. The philosophy's core teaches us to be indispensable, not by being needy, but by being valuable. Let's explore how to weave the Stoic philosophy into our daily fabric, creating connections that are not just deep, but also real and rewarding. The first step to mastering the art of earning priority in the lives of invest in you. It's a subtle art, rooted not in self-importance, but in the mutual enrichment of lives. Seneca, with timeless wisdom, hinted at this, finding joy in being chosen for tasks that enrich. By opening yourself to the aid and advice of others, you're not displaying weakness. You're inviting a shared strength. This practice is about building bridges, not erecting walls. Now, let's dive deeper. It's about more than just accepting help. It's about nurturing a space where others feel their contributions are valuable and appreciated. Think of it like a garden. You're the gardener, but you're inviting others to plant their seeds of wisdom, support, and kindness. Each seed they plant helps your garden flourish, and in return, they feel the joy and satisfaction of seeing their contributions bloom. This mutual growth fosters deeper connections and respect. It's about creating a cycle of giving and receiving that benefits everyone involved. Your openness becomes a magnet, drawing people who value genuine connections and mutual growth. Let's anchor this practice in the reality of our daily lives. It's in the simple moments, accepting a colleague's help on a project, acknowledging a friend's advice, or simply being open to different perspectives. Each act of openness is a step towards a more interconnected and valued existence. You're not just a solitary figure navigating life. You're part of a larger tapestry, woven together with the threads of shared experiences and mutual support. As a modern Stoic, embrace this interdependence with grace and gratitude, and watch as the world opens its arms to you in return. Remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, what is good for the hive is good for the bee. Your growth and their investment are not just intertwined, they are the very essence of a valued and meaningful life. Now, let's move on to the fifth point in our journey to become more valuable and a priority for others, which is by prioritizing your needs first. Prioritizing your needs isn't selfish, it's essential. Imagine you're on a plane and the oxygen masks drop down. You're told to put yours on first before helping others, right? That's not just for air travel, it's a life principle. Stoicism, a philosophy as practical today as it was in ancient times, echoes this sentiment. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This isn't about hoarding resources, but recognizing that meeting your own fundamental needs is the first step to being a source of strength for others. When you prioritize your needs, you're not turning your back on others. Rather, you're building a reservoir of personal strength and stability. Imagine your life as a garden. If you don't water and tend to your plants first, how can you expect to share their beauty and shade with others? Your needs, be they rest, personal growth, or emotional nourishment, are the water and sunlight for your garden. By nurturing yourself, you ensure that you have the energy, patience, and resources to be present and supportive for the people around you. This isn't about isolating yourself, but about creating a balance where your well-being is not constantly sacrificed. Acting on your priorities demands more than just recognition. It requires action. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic sage, would advise, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This means making tough choices, setting boundaries, and sometimes saying no. It's not the easiest path, but it's the one that leads to true respect and self-worth. By consistently acting in ways that align with your needs and values, you become a pillar of authenticity and integrity. People naturally gravitate towards those who are grounded and self-assured. So, start today. Prioritize your needs and watch as the world begins to value you in new, profound ways. Here, we arrive at the sixth crucial point of this video. Don't make others the center of your life. navigating life's maze, we often forget the compass within us, entrusting others with our direction. Stoicism, a philosophy not of cold indifference, but of profound empowerment, teaches us to reclaim our narrative. The practice of not making others the center of our life isn't a lesson in isolation, but a journey towards authentic self-valuation. Picture yourself as the captain of a ship in the vast ocean of life. Other ships may sail beside you, some may even attempt to steer your course, but the wheel remains firmly in your hands. This Stoic principle echoes through Seneca's words: "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By not anchoring our worth in others' hands, we steer clear of imaginary storms. Make your decisions, set your goals, and value your opinions with the firmness of a captain braving the seas. Now, consider your time and energy as the most precious currency you own. Would you spend it recklessly? To not make others the center of your life is to invest this currency wisely. Engage in relationships and activities that enrich your soul and align with your values. It's about quality, not quantity. Your time is a gift. Share it with those who celebrate your essence, not with those who demand you to fit their mold. Learn to embrace the art of selective attention. In a world buzzing with opinions and judgments, learn to focus on what truly matters: your growth, your peace, and your journey. This doesn't mean turning a blind eye to the world, but choosing not to let it dictate your self-worth. The more you focus on honing your strengths and pursuing your passions, the less you'll seek validation from external sources. Remember that you are the sculptor of your life statue. Chisel away with intention, focusing on your inner voice and vision. As you practice these Stoic principles, not only do you become more valued by others, but more importantly, you cultivate a profound respect and love for yourself. This journey isn't about disregarding others, but about finding your unique rhythm in the symphony of life. The final point in this video is a piece of advice that you may find surprising. Stop initiating every conversation. Shifting your focus from speaking to listening might just be the game changer you've been seeking. This practice, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, encourages not initiating every conversation. Imagine the power of silence and the art of listening. It's not merely about staying quiet, but about giving others the space to express themselves. This shift can transform how you connect with others and how they perceive you. Stoic wisdom, like that from Epictetus, emphasizes the balance between our ears and our mouth. He subtly hinted, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This is not just an old saying. It's a powerful reminder in our over-communicative world. By not always being the first to speak, you create room for others. This space allows you to absorb, understand, and reflect, not just react. It's about embracing the strength in silence and the wisdom in listening. Now, think about the last time someone truly listened to you. How did it make you feel? Valued? Understood? Maybe even important? That's the gift you give others when you let them initiate the conversation. It's a subtle yet profound way to show respect and interest in what they have to say. By doing so, you're not just hearing words. You're acknowledging their thoughts and feelings, building deeper, more meaningful connections. In today's fast-paced world, where everyone is eager to speak, being the one who listens sets you apart. It shows maturity, patience, and a genuine interest in others, qualities that are rare and valued. This doesn't mean you never speak your mind, but it's about choosing the right moments. When you do speak,
spiritual fire. Seneca. This profound quote compares the essence of love to a spiritual fire, suggesting that love is a powerful, transformative force that goes beyond the physical realm. Let's explore this idea in a way that resonates with people of all ages and life experiences. Imagine love as an internal flame, warming us from within and illuminating our lives like fire. It can be intense, purifying, and life-giving. This quote encourages us to see love as an emotion and a spiritual energy that can transform us. Here are some everyday examples to illustrate this concept. 1. Parental love. A parent's deep, unconditional love for a child often transcends physical bonds, feeling like a spiritual connection. 2. Acts of kindness. When we perform selfless acts of love, we often feel a sense of spiritual fulfillment beyond the act itself. 3. Falling in love. The intense feelings of new love can feel like a spiritual awakening, changing how we see the world. 4. Long-term relationships. The enduring love in long-term partnerships often evolves into a profound spiritual bond that sustains couples through life's challenges. 5. Self-love. Developing genuine love and acceptance for oneself can feel like an inner spiritual transformation. 6. Compassion for strangers. Feeling love and empathy for those we don't know personally can be a profoundly spiritual experience. 7. Love for nature or art. The love we feel for beauty in the world can spark a spiritual connection to something greater than ourselves. Why is this perspective so important? It elevates love. Seeing love as spiritual fire gives it a more profound significance beyond emotion or physical attraction. It emphasizes transformation. Like fire, spiritual love can change us and those around us. It promotes mindfulness. Viewing love as spiritual encourages us to approach our relationships with greater awareness and intention. It fosters connection. Understanding love as a spiritual force can help us feel more connected to others and the world around us. It encourages growth. Spiritual fire, like love, can push us to become better versions of ourselves. Here's how you can apply this wisdom in your daily life. 1. Practice mindful love. Pay attention to the loving feelings you experience and how they affect you spiritually. 2. Nurture your inner fire. Engage in activities that fuel your capacity for love, like meditation, prayer, or spending time in nature. 3. Spread warmth. Look for opportunities to spiritually share your love in ways that uplift others. 4. Reflect on love's impact. Consider how love has transformed you and those around you. 5. Cultivate all forms of love. Remember that love isn't just romantic. Nurture friendships, family bonds, and compassion for all beings. 6. Embrace love's challenges. Love can sometimes be intense or painful, like fire. See these experiences as opportunities for spiritual growth. 7. Express gratitude. Regularly acknowledge the love in your life, treating it as a sacred gift. Remember, this quote doesn't mean that love is always easy or constantly intense. Love can be gentle or fierce like a fire, requiring care and attention to keep burning. This perspective can be significant in a world that often reduces love to physical attraction or romantic gestures. It reminds us that love, in its purest form, is a powerful spiritual force that can transform our lives and the world around us. It's also worth noting that the spiritual aspect doesn't necessarily mean religious. It refers to the part of us that seeks meaning, connection, and transcendence, something that can be experienced by people of all beliefs or none. So, remember this quote the next time you experience love, whether it's for a partner, a friend, a pet, or even a beautiful sunset. Ask yourself, how is this love acting as a spiritual fire in my life? How is it transforming me or those around me? By embracing love as a spiritual fire, you might find deeper meaning in your relationships and experiences. You may discover that cultivating and sharing this love becomes a source of personal growth, fulfillment, and connection to something greater than yourself. What aspect of love in your life could you view more as a spiritual fire? How might this perspective deepen your relationships and enrich your daily experiences? While we are postponing, life speeds by. Seneca. This powerful quote reminds us of the urgency of living and the swift passage of time. It warns against the danger of procrastination and encourages us to seize the moment. Let's explore this idea in a way that speaks to people of all ages and life stages. Imagine life as a fast-moving river. While we stand on the bank, hesitating or planning, the water rushes past us. This quote urges us to jump in and swim, to actively engage with life rather than watching it go by. Here are some everyday examples to illustrate this concept. 1. Career goals. Constantly putting off applying for that dream job or starting a business, only to find years have passed. 2. Relationships. Delaying having meaningful conversations or expressing feelings and realizing too late that the opportunity has passed. 3. Travel. Always saying someday to that trip you've always wanted to take but never actually planned. 4. Health. Postponing starting a fitness routine or healthy diet, then suddenly realizing you're facing health issues. 5. Learning. Continuously delaying learning a new skill or hobby, then wishing you had started years ago. 6. Family time. Putting off quality time with loved ones, only to find children have grown up or elderly relatives have passed away. 7. Personal projects. Repeatedly postponing writing that book, creating that art, or pursuing that passion project. Why is this perspective so important? It creates urgency. Recognizing life's speed can motivate us to take action now rather than later. It reduces regret. Acting instead of postponing helps minimize what-if thoughts later in life. It maximizes experiences. Engaging with life actively allows us to have more diverse and fulfilling experiences. It promotes personal growth. Taking action rather than postponing pushes us out of our comfort zones and helps us grow. It enhances appreciation. Knowing life's swift pace can help us value and make the most of our time. Here's how you can apply this wisdom in your daily life. 1. Set immediate goals. Instead of vague future plans, set concrete short-term objectives you can start working on immediately. 2. Practice the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately instead of postponing. 3. Create a life list. Write down experiences you want to have and start actively planning for them. 4. Use time blocking. Schedule specific times for activities you've been putting off. 5. Embrace imperfection. Don't let the fear of not doing something perfectly prevent you from starting. 6. Regularly assess priorities. Review what's important to you to ensure you stay within what truly matters. 7. Practice mindfulness. Stay present in the moment to fully engage with life as it's happening. Remember, this quote doesn't mean we should act impulsively or without planning. It's about balancing preparation and action and not letting the perfect be the enemy of the good. This perspective can be precious in our modern world, where distractions are plentiful, and it's easy to fall into a pattern of passive consumption rather than active living. It's also worth noting that life speeding by doesn't just refer to the passing of time, but to missed opportunities, experiences, and personal growth. Each moment we postpone is a moment of potential unfulfilled. So the next time you find yourself saying, "I'll do it later," or "someday I'll," remember this quote. Ask yourself, what am I missing out on by postponing? How can I take a step towards this goal or experience right now? By embracing the urgency of living, your life is more prosperous and fulfilling. You may discover that engaging fully with life, rather than postponing, brings a sense of vitality and purpose to your days. What have you been postponing so that you could take action today? How might your life change if you approached each day with a sense of engaged urgency rather than postponement? Comment below. All cruelty springs from weakness. Seneca. This profound quote suggests that acts of cruelty are not signs of strength, but manifestations of inner weakness. Let's explore this idea in a way that speaks to people of all ages and life experiences. Imagine strength as a full cup of water and weakness as an empty one. This quote implies that when people feel empty or lacking, they sometimes lash out at others to feel more powerful or fill that emptiness. Here are some everyday examples to illustrate this concept. 1. Bullying. A child who bullies others often does so because they feel insecure or powerless in some aspect of their own life. 2. Workplace harassment. A manager who belittles employees might cover up their